Welcome, everybody, to your least favorite podcast. My name is Mark, and I am here with all of my friends.
Steven.
Nick.
Jake.
All right, sorry we missed you guys last week. I'll take half the blame for that. But
you will take the full blame for that, damn it.
I will take half the blame for that.
There's no way you come out ahead on this.
No,
if
you
you told
lose.
me about it, that's your fault too.
I'll take half the blame for this because I
put it all
definitely
on you.
told Steven about it. But
I feel like I'm just the easy target because I don't remember if you did or not.
well, I definitely did.
Listen, Mark is trying to use the excuse like he told his coworker he wasn't coming to work. All right, like that's not.
Should have told your boss.
Your manager's not going to accept that. Okay.
Do we have a manager?
I'm just saying, like that's the level that it's on, right? Like you told Steven.
You should have told the more responsible person in the group. Anybody's more responsible than I am, so you should.
Or use the group chat. You know, that could have been
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about the group chat. I forgot that was even a thing.
And since someone doesn't want to share our humble little show with other people, here we are.
They're talking about my dad. For those
I'm
of
just
you
gonna
who remember,
I'm just gonna anonymously send this to your dad one day.
For those of you who remember, we did a episode where my audio was pretty bad because I did it while in the car on a road trip. However, this time I was on a road trip with my dad, and I don't tell him about this show.
You need to own up to it, you know?
That's not that I wouldn't tell him about the show, but I mean,
It is though.
No, that's clearly what you're doing.
I wouldn't do the show with him in there though. Like he's not gonna go and watch the show.
Nick, I'm gonna need you to anonymously
He might.
drop off a flash drive to Mark's dad of the.
I'll just
podcast.
post his address and.
Like my dad doesn't even like he won't watch South Park or Family Guy if like I'm in the room.
Well, good thing we don't
I'm
do
31
video.
years old. Like that's not a thing.
I feel like both of you would be fairly similar in thinking the other person just doesn't do things and they're trying to tiptoe around each other, you know, but in reality, you probably do the exact same crap.
You just own up to it. Show them who you really are.
You'd be like, oh, why'd you tell me? I totally love all this stuff too. I feel like that's the situation.
You know my dad. You know that's not a thing.
He's been on his best behavior around us.
No, that's his always behavior. Like that's just how he is.
Or that's how you've always seen him because he's on his best behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He doesn't do things around me. That's what I'm saying. Like
That's like people's opinion of
Because he thinks you're good.
of dad, Steven. It's like the same opinion of our dad. Like people think he's so nice and so whatever, but man, you get that guy in private, it's a different world.
He's nice, but yeah, he can be a bit of a troublemaker when he wants to. He can watch the show. I don't care. Whatever.
I mean, if he wants the show, he can watch it, but I'm not going to do the show in the car with him.
We'll keep the pornographic jokes to a minimum. I'm not saying there won't be any, but we'll keep them toned way down.
You know, honestly, the thing I'd be most scared of is him actually weighing in on the show.
I got a few thoughts.
So how do you guys feel about femboys?
The main thing is like he makes the same jokes all the time to me, and it's always like the what's the way to phrase it that people whenever they think there's something else, they're like not relate to.
Oh, like I identify as a
Transition.
helicopter.
Yeah, he makes those jokes all the time, even whenever it's like they don't make sense. Like,
I know exactly why. I can tell you. You probably laughed one time, and so he took it in as like, this is gold. He liked it. I'm gonna keep doing it around him. Like it's perfect. And so it's one of those things. He only does them because he thinks you like them, and you only laugh because he does them around. He's like, no, I hate those jokes. I hate them, man.
I hate those jokes.
It's funny. I bet that's
Well,
what it
maybe
is.
you should tell him because it seems like you're holding a lot back from him. We need
to have
therapy.
an intervention here.
Yeah.
I
I feel like you guys
wish
don't even know
everybody-
each other.
I wish everybody could see Mark's face right now. He's really enjoying this conversation.
I'm smiling.
It's fine. Actually,
I'm
let's get our
laughing.
special guest in here. He's waiting in
Oh.
the other room.
We'd like to welcome to the pod, first time, Mark's dad.
You just hear the join notification. Oh God!
One of
We should
these
have a fake
days.
Mark's dad. Like
One
set
of
up.
these days, that's gonna be a real thing that happens.
Y'all could try all you want. Like, if y'all actually got him in here to talk about this stuff with you
Bro,
guys,
100% I could get your dad in here.
Yeah, well, it
Like,
wouldn't be that
He
hard. I
loves
just wouldn't
me
tell
and
him what it
Steven,
is.
dude. Yeah, hey,
No, no,
we're doing
no,
like
no,
a
okay. Getting him in here is not the hard part, but like getting in here to talk about the things that we normally talk about, like you'd have to tone the episode down.
No. You just ask him. Just ask him lead him into it. Just leading questions into the things that we're talking about. Like Mark, like Nick said, what do you think about femboys? And then Mark has to explain to his dad what femboys are.
Nope, I will not be participating.
we
in that.
played-
We'll have Urban Dictionary on hand for this.
We had to explain pixelated bukkake to our mom, so that happened.
Yeah, but your mom,
Why
the
don't you explain
personalities of
that?
your mom and my dad are completely different. The relationships between y'all and y'all's mom versus me and my dad are completely different.
What, real?
Because we've had
Like,
to
I would not
Truthful?
play Cards Against Humanity with my dad, and he wouldn't want to play it with me either.
I bet he would.
He wants to play Dungeons and Dragons with us.
Okay, get him in there.
Yeah, that's how we get him onto the pod right there.
One step at a time.
Dad's gonna be one of the boys here before long.
He's gonna
Fine.
take your spot on Discord.
I've come to learn the older I've gotten that parents are just like us,
Just older.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, dude, I
Oh,
could
I'm
totally
not
see
saying
it.
that.
Nick,
I'm exactly like my dad.
Nick and your dad just in here playing Counter-Strike together in the middle of the day because Nick doesn't have a job and your dad's retired. They just both
Good luck
slackers.
with that, man. Playing WoW with them's extremely fun, but it can be very frustrating sometimes.
Well, I play Counter Strike with Jake and
If
Dylan.
I can-
Can't be any worse.
Yeah, Dylan's a little.
I knew you were gonna say some shit about Jake there.
Dylan, listen, but I may not be the best, but at least I usually get a couple kills. Dylan finished with less than 1 kill's worth of damage in Counter-Strike after 20 rounds.
Well, that reminds me, I was peer pressured into buying a new computer.
Nice.
Yeah, I peer pressured him into it, totally.
I
Really
told
twisted the arm, huh?
I told my wife I only did it so that Jake would leave me alone.
Nice.
That's it. That's the only reason. I don't even want it.
Scapegoat.
I couldn't take it no more.
Scapegoat.
Do I need to bug you about paying my house off? Would you do that too?
No,
Just,
no.
Steven, pay my house off. Steven,
I can't. If I could pay
Steven!
off a house, I would
pay my house off. Steven, take
All
my
right,
mortgage.
listeners, go ahead and spam the comment section with your house payments and car payments.
Go ahead and put
Steven.
your routing and account numbers in there so Steven can make
Social
deposits into your
Security,
accounts.
mother's maiden name.
You know what I always thought was neat? They have those subreddits where it's like Make Me a Millionaire, where everybody like donates $1, and the idea is you have millions of people in the subreddit, and they all donate like $1, and then they just pick someone. They do like a lottery, so it's kind of like a lottery, but it's done through just like the people's instead of through an organization. And they're just like, boom, you're a millionaire now, and they just Venmo you all the dollars that were donated.
Throw my name in that bucket.
No, I'm gonna go do
Why
it.
am I not-
That's
Oh,
a
hold on.
subreddit.
I'll
Go look
hold
it
on.
up.
I'll be
It's
the
called
guy that
Make Me a
collects all
Millionaire.
the. I'll be the guy that collects all the $1 donations. I'll hang on to them.
It's a subreddit. I've actually seen it, and when they do the actual thing, it's like they just pick someone from the comments. So they go, "All right, this is the post. Reply in the comments," and those ones blow up because everybody and their grandma wants their name in that thread, and then whoever they pick just gets all the money. I don't know if they still do it. I haven't looked in a long time, but I always thought it was a neat concept. Like, we'll make our own millionaires. The hell with you.
$1 at a time.
My point was, we just need a bigger comment section because right now we could get like $7. So if we just get like a million listeners,
We just need 3,000 listeners, baby.
we can buy Nick
Nick
out.
never forgets about his $3,000.
Yes.
All right, I'm not seeing it.
It might be gone by now. This was like years ago.
I honestly don't see how that would work because everyone throws their name in, and then when they don't get picked, they're like, "Oh, I'm not sending $1. I don't know you."
No, you have to do it before. That's the point.
Oh, is that what it is?
Who's the one holding this money? Okay.
That's it. See, you got no trust. It's really hard to do fun things like that if you can't trust somebody.
That's because everybody's a piece of crap, dude.
There's literally, it's called Millionaire Makers, Mark. It definitely still exists.
Oh,
no,
perfect. There you go.
I was
Maybe I
looking
said
up
it wrong.
what Steven said. And
Oh.
Yeah,
Winner-
that might have been wrong. It was years ago.
Winner number 99 just happened 20 days ago.
Put my name in there, Jake.
All you got to do is go on there. I don't know if you got to like donate beforehand. I don't know how the rules work, but it seemed like a cool concept.
Can you put your name in there more than once?
No. I'm sure there's all kinds of things that moderate that forum to make sure it's got some legitimacy.
Yeah, no one's rigging that system for sure.
I mean, if the same person's getting rid, I think they like have to verify that the people are actually getting the money to build up some trust. And then if it does work a few times, it's low threat for everybody else because you're like, well, I just sent like $1, so I'm not like pissed if I threw $1 away.
Oh, they do it once a month? Looks like.
Yeah. Just get on in there. Make yourself a millionaire. I always enjoyed watching the stories of people that win lotteries like that. I'm more like watching, and I think it's like a morbid curiosity. I like watching the ones that win and then completely destroy their lives. I'm like, how in the hell do you get rid of that much money that fast? And
I mean,
thoroughly. Okay, wait. How do you get rid of it that thoroughly? Like if I go out and I have $1 million and I buy a car, I own that car. I buy a house and I own that house. And then I go off the rails and buy hookers and drugs. I still have that house and I still have that car. So like what happened to those things that people just end up back on the streets?
Well, you still have to pay insurance on the car.
Well,
and
because
the house.
And sometimes those people are idiots. They don't actually buy the car. They go get it financed.
That's the part that don't make sense to me. If I had the money, I'd be like, here's the cash. I bought it. Boom, it's done. I'm not paying on that. I own it, and it's a secured asset.
Well, that's why you don't win the lottery.
Nobody with a
Exactly.
brain wins the lottery.
They pre-pick those. Okay, they check you out.
They're like, we'll get it all back in a month.
Yeah, what's his financial situation right now?
I mean,
There's
I guess so.
an interview with Shaquille O'Neal on his first like paycheck, like coming out of high school or whatever, coming out of college and joining the NBA, and he got like a giant, contract with the Lakers, and all the money was gone before he even played his first game.
And he went to Walmart, didn't he?
Yeah, he has
Spent
like
a
the
bunch of
record
it.
for the most money ever spent at Walmart in one transaction.
The hell do you buy at a Walmart? I couldn't.
spent-
Everything.
He spent like $300,000 or something like that at Walmart.
What is even at Walmart that could cost that much?
Everything.
The whole damn store probably don't cost that much.
No, it definitely does.
I could clean
Oh,
out the whole grocery section for $300,000 and buy all their garbage furniture. And I mean, I guess if you go into like the paint section and the outdoor section, just like buy out the whole store. I don't know.
I mean, their electronics section would put a big dent.
I don't know.
If
The
you
last
cleaned
time
out
I
all
was,
the TVs and all the Xboxes and the games and that
maybe they
stuff.
got more crap in the back. I just think the last time I was in a Walmart, they only had like a handful of TVs up on the wall.
He spent $70,000 at Walmart in 2008.
Why would you even be shopping at a Walmart?
Because you just now got rich, man. You don't know what else is out there. Walmart's all you knew.
I mean, but
That's what you go
I
to.
guess that's why it just doesn't work. It just does not compute for me at all. Like I don't understand how you would go from like your normal life, even if you were like, oh, I'm gonna splurge, I'm gonna go buy a few extra things. I've never go into a Walmart and think I'm gonna spend more than like a couple $100 at the most.
This is coming from a guy spending thousands of dollars on food.
Not anymore. I didn't.
But you
And
were.
but I understood why that was happening. But even then, that's food. I'm eating every day.
Shaq furnished his apartment
Understanding.
with it, is what it was. He had an
Oh,
empty
okay, so
apartment,
he-
so he went to Walmart and bought everything that he thought he would ever need for the apartment, and it came out to $70,000.
I just don't see how.
It's an understanding thing. Is like a lot of these people who win the lottery never understood money in the first place, and so they didn't understand taxes and interest and stuff like that, and so they just kind of oh, I have this blanket sum of money, I'm gonna go spend it, not realizing that they don't actually have that sum of money. They have a lot less money than that. And so
You know what?
I check my bank account like every day just to see where I'm at, and I'm that way like I know if something impacts it to a certain degree. Like if it's
that's
too
why
much,
you're not homeless right now, Steven, and they are, because it's stuff that they didn't do.
it's just so weird. I mean, I guess I don't. There's a lot of things I just wouldn't understand, and I guess that's just gonna be one of them. I did enjoy watching things where they talked about like homeless people, and they were talking about some of the dudes that they're not homeless through circumstance. They're just like, I just don't feel like participating anymore with society, and so the hell with y'all.
Yeah, you have to just not give a shit to be homeless. I'm sorry. Like, you really do.
Well, like one side of the thing like could be like a mental problem, but like the ones that were just like, I just don't care anymore. I don't want to pay taxes. I don't want to participate. Leave me alone. Those are the ones that entertain me. They had a bunch of them in California. They were just like living out in the bay. They live out on the boats, and they still work. They still like come in and work, but they're like, I just live out here on my boat.
You're not really homeless if you live on a
Yeah, it's not really homeless then.
It was a documentary because the city was like going around trying to clean them up because they were there not paying for anything. They were just like they parked their little spot out in the water, and there was more to it. But yeah, not completely homeless, but it was
Yeah, I
still
couldn't do
interesting.
that. It's not something I could do.
Although not paying taxes would be fun.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
about the only
trouble.
benefit.
Well,
That's
it goes into the same point as like camping. We talked about camping before. I talked about camping with another friend of mine, and like his whole thing, he's like, "Man, I really want to go camp." I was like, "Me too." Like, let's set this up, and he's like, "Yeah, like we need to go and take like nothing with us and just like figure it out." And I'm like,
Whoa.
That's how
Pump
you
your
end up in a
brakes.
documentary.
I was like, the whole point of me camping is by being like the most prepared I can. Like, I got this portable air conditioner I'm taking with me, and whatever.
I'll tell you
You
that
need to
get
go camping with
miserable
Ashley.
real quick. Like we were out with not enough stuff. Like we were still prepared, but we didn't have everything we needed, and we were like freezing because it was like just drizzling on us. And it's not. I was like, oh, we're just gonna die of hypothermia because you don't pay attention to just things that accumulate over time. And you're like, oh, and I don't have this, and oh, I don't have a way to communicate, and I guess I'll just die now because
Have you guys watched that video of the dude in Alaska who goes camping and stuff? He got the glasses.
the wild or.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, and he's
yeah.
always
one that
like
lived in the
very
bus?
entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the Outdoor Boys?
I have no idea what the name of him is, but
Yeah, he
Like,
lives
there's
in
people
Alaska.
who like that, but I can't. I could not.
You got to have a
At all.
lot of knowledge. Like I watched some of those people where they could survive like that, and they'll still bring some tools with them. But knowing what you can and can't eat, knowing where you can and can't go, like there's just so many things that can just kill you in an instant, and you won't even. It's just ridiculous.
that just fixes all your problems.
Yeah, now I don't have to worry about it. And if you're gonna go missing in the woods, make sure you go really missing, and they just cannot figure out what happened to you for years to come.
Like Davy Crockett.
Sure.
Is there a
Yes.
reason? Is there a reason for that, Steven?
Huh?
Is there a reason for that?
I always think back. So I would just caveat this to say I'm not like suicidal or anything, but I always remember this one episode. I think it was like NCIS, and it was they were trying to figure out what happened, and it turned out the guy had like shot himself. He had like it just looked like a guy had been executed in a chair in the middle of the living room, and they're like, well, who killed him? Where's the murder weapon? Blah blah blah. Turns out he had shot himself, had the gun attached to a bungee cord that like went up the chimney. So when he shot himself, it just like went up there. So like if you're gonna die, leave something fun for the other people to do. Like leave a mystery behind. That's my point.
How do you even find that? Who checks up the chimney for that?
It was one of those crime thriller shows where they were like, it wasn't a real thing, but
You're right. When I off myself, I'm gonna cut a jigsaw piece out of my belly.
yeah,
Well, no,
send
see,
them on
'cause,
a
yeah, if
wild
you-
goose chase.
Well, if you did that, that'd be a great way to get around the insurance thing. Because you kill yourself, I don't think your life insurance pays out. But if it looks like you're murdered, your life insurance still pays out.
Leave
Yeah,
some
because you're gonna
clues.
really use that.
No. But like, then you don't fuck your family over, you know? Like,
Why are
Yeah,
you gonna
somebody
care?
Well, okay. How about this? You get to fuck over the insurance company. They got to pay out, which they hate. They hate doing.
Now that would be worth it. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Make them suffer.
There's a silver lining in there somewhere.
We do not encourage insurance fraud here at your least favorite podcast, just as a disclaimer.
What about the suicide?
It was one of
We
those
do not
posts.
encourage suicide here at your least favorite podcast.
There
It was
you
one of
go.
those posts where they were like, "You can't kill yourself because you have to outlive your enemies," and they were.
That's
the dude-
impossible.
Well, I mean,
You
depends
can't
on how
outlast the government, dude. Ain't no way.
government shit. Well, they're on a time limit.
No,
Most-
it's longer
most-
than your time limit.
Most governments only live, or like civilizations only exist for like a couple hundred years at the max. So we're on borrowed time.
Yeah,
We're already
well-
over. Isn't it like 200 years? Like 200, 250 years is like the.
That's like the average, except
The
for Rome.
average.
Rome has the record.
way to go, Rome, for messing it up for everyone.
But yeah, I definitely would like to leave a mystery, even if it was just dying of like old age. I'd set some stuff up, pay some people, to set some things, and then just like give them a clue at the end. Like just tell them where the thing is. Give them the thing. Give them the box. It's got
No,
like
no,
a
no.
map.
You hide your will and make them go on a treasure hunt for it.
Yeah, even if it's bullcrap. Like
And
I
then
always
at
like.
the
and then
end-
your
at the-
will's
at the
just
end,
stupid.
Your
Yeah.
will is the friends you made along the way is the treasure.
If they ever reach it.
Actually spent all of your inheritance making the scavenger hunt.
yeah. So it's just about the friends you made.
Like you ever seen they talk about Oak Island? It's that island with the buried treasure supposedly put there by like pirates, and they've had actual organizations and they got like TV shows that have gotten involved trying to dig these fucking holes to try and find this treasure that's supposedly buried there for decades. Like many years they've been trying to get to it, and they found like little tidbits of clues here and there, but they've never actually found the treasure. And I'd really like something like that to be my legacy too, where it's just pissing people off, ruining lives, and they never get anything from it. Just like a little stick here and there, leave a little note buried down somewhere, just to keep them going. Little motivation, just to keep give them a little taste.
Like
Yeah, I'm gonna
20
get buried.
years.
I'm gonna get buried with a cell phone and then have someone with it, like a number of it, just start calling people
Oh yeah, so it looks like you're calling people.
and already have like pre-recorded messages like, "Dude, get me out of here."
My hair runs out in 2 hours. Dude, where you at?
Yeah.
I would set that up. Y'all, we'll work that out. So that if anybody dies, we'll have plans to execute on behalf of the other people, just to
Perfect.
fuck with everybody else.
Yes.
I feel like with each one of our passings, like a new clue needs to come out. You know what I mean? To keep it spicy.
Somebody needs to talk to them. I know it's one of them bastards. They keep talking about shit every time one dies. It'll be Jake. He's got something to hide.
We're just gonna blame all of our deaths on Jake.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that'd be funny too. What if you like frame somebody else for your murder, even though you just died for whatever reason?
Yeah, your
You
worst
son
enemy.
of a bitch.
Yeah, who would do that?
That's right. Why'd you keep collecting my hairs every now and then? And
I just have a plan for whoever pissed me off last. Could be
Yeah,
anybody.
right.
I got enough evidence to frame anyone that I know at any given time.
Sucks for the guy who cut me off in traffic.
Hmm.
License plate B573.
Yeah, you just start fucking spitting his name out.
I used to do that at work. I'd keep paperwork signed by other people just in case I needed it. Just in case.
Hmm.
You just gotta have an exit strategy, you know?
I'm a little bit sad, you guys. Nobody here noticed my new glasses.
You a woman?
No.
And we're not gonna say
What's
nothing
that
to you
at?
about your new glasses.
Let's take a look here.
But I have new glasses.
Get closer to the camera. Let me see what we're dealing with here. A little closer. Could you duck down a little bit?
This is a very good
Turn
audio
a little bit.
section of the.
No, I can't see myself in your glasses. I don't like them.
Oh, is that what you're trying to do? Hold on.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could see my face. Oh, okay. There we go. I like those. I like that. Those are nice.
That's kind of funny, actually.
That's all I ask. I have done that to people a few times. Like I'm not like trying to check my reflection, but I am trying to see it, and I'll just be like, oh, and then be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. But I might just be trying to see myself in the glasses. Just a weird thing I picked up because they don't like it when you smudge their glasses. So I have to come up with something else to do.
Just start walking up to people with glasses and just rub my fucking hand down your face.
No, you lick 2 of your fingers and then you just wipe it right down each lens.
Yeah, that's the absolute worst thing ever.
Hope you got a microfiber cloth.
And I've definitely done it to somebody too, so I can't really say much.
Well, it's okay if you do it because you wear glasses. I can't do it. That'd be like me, you just can only do things that you're like grandfathered into doing.
Yeah, it can be done to me, so I can do it to others.
It's like that South Park where they call people gay. I don't remember, but anyways, and it get bleeped unless they are gay. He's like, I can say it because I'm gay, and then he's like, says it, and he's like, oh, I guess we learned something about Jimbo over here. It's only okay if you you can only throw it if you can receive it. That's it. That's the point. We took the dog for a walk yesterday. I did actually by myself, and we had to run. I haven't ran in a long time. Pretty awful.
Post-military life.
I don't understand why people run. Anybody that enjoys running, you're fucking lying. Okay, you're a liar.
Running.
No, you don't. Shut up.
I enjoy running.
No, it's the same kind of people that enjoy road trips too.
Yeah.
And cooking in the oven.
I like bad things. No, you don't.
How are we friends?
Nobody likes running. Nobody in the history of the world likes running.
Yeah, we don't know how we're friends because you're just a liar, dude. You won't tell us anything about it. You don't tell your dad about things. Like I just don't know.
I see trends.
I love running. Running is fun. Running's relaxing.
I thought running was more than anything. It's just boring. Like I would just sit there and I'm like, I have nothing to do. I can't like look at my phone or do anything because I have to keep my hands moving, and it's just stupid. I just don't understand it.
A good time to listen to a book.
I can't pay attention because it's distracting me just enough because I'm like, this is also slightly unpleasant, and I have to make sure I'm not going to trip or have something weird happen. So it's just not fun. It requires just enough mental attention, but not enough to be entertaining. So where it just like limits me from doing anything, and I just hate it, and I don't understand it.
Really weird description of running.
Yeah, it is boring. I don't like it. Sprinting's fine. You could go for a quick sprint. Which,
I don't like sprints.
Think about nature. Animals don't need to run for more than 10 minutes. Sprinting makes sense because you might need to sprint for your life, get out of danger, and then you go. But
what about wolves?
What about them?
They run stuff for a long time until it gets tired, right? And then they go kill it.
No, that's what humans do.
That's why.
That's why humans are successful, because they are endurance like hunters. They will just follow for long periods of time until the prey just gets exhausted and.
Don't wolves do that too? I
think wolves just ambush you with their numbers.
I don't know, man. I think wolves do it. I could be wrong. Jake,
research guy.
Yeah.
We have facts.
I'm throwing a red flag.
Challenge.
A challenge.
Do wolves chase people to death, or do they just bite them?
I didn't say pee. I think like bigger animals.
We need music for this challenge between two of the friends.
They'd have to chase they couldn't take a moose.
No, it could be a segment. It would be like, boom, this is why you're wrong.
Like an elk or something, they'd have to run it till they got tired, right? It had
I think you just wait for an elk to just like break its leg and then eat it.
Well, yeah, you're gonna run.
Contrary to ambush predators that rely on the element of surprise and short and intense burst of energy to secure their prey, wolves are endurance or coursing predators. They chase their prey often over longer distances, sometimes even a few miles, in order to find the right animal or opportunity.
Boom.
Well, there you go. I was right.
No, I was right. You were wrong.
That's
You
not
just
how I
said
remember
animals
it.
Can we
didn't
get
have
an
to run
instant
for a long
replay
time.
on this?
Persistence hunting.
I
Well,
was
and
right.
look how bad wolves are doing. They just had to re-add them back to Colorado because they
Oh
were
my
too
god, dude!
defective to survive on their own. They
what a
got rid of them. They're
god-awful
like, here's a
mistake.
pity territory for the wolves because they're not good enough to survive by themselves.
I'm just saying, wolves aren't as cool as like big cats. Big cats are solo.
Yeah, why didn't you? You're not allowed to be pro wolf because you're team cat. So
Yeah,
you
but they have to like surprise things to hunt.
Yeah, they're actually hunters. That's what I'm saying.
No. Like a hunter would be like chasing something down.
Wait, are we talking about a cat or a wolf?
No, like
Mm,
a lion, cats, those things. They're
cats are trained
surprise
killers,
hunters.
dude. They do it by themselves.
They
That's
surprise-
badass.
they
That's
surprise
badass. They're
You're just
assassins.
they're
bro.
just cheap shots, bro. Is what they are.
I've been watching a lot of videos of like safari, like tigers and lions or whatever, sneaking up on dudes. That's pretty fun. They just come up and you know what my favorite is? I like the zoo videos where they have like a golden retriever. They have like a dog in there with them. They raise them to help them be more comfortable around humans. But you just see this fucking lion in the zoo with a little puppy dog next to it.
Little Chihuahua.
I mean, I think
Nah.
lions pack hunt, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw one of a bunch of hyenas fucking with a lion until the rest
So
of
like
her pack
jaguars
showed
are
up.
solo, probably like cougars.
Panthers.
All those are probably solo. They only probably
Mhm.
take down some deer though.
A
I don't think they
panther,
could mess with an elk.
a panther is a cheetah, isn't though? I'm pretty sure that's what that was. They say it's just a color. It's not a different animal. It's just colored.
Well, there's
differently.
different names in.
It'd be like saying a Labrador is a different thing than a golden retriever.
They
They're
are
still
different.
dogs. They're both dogs.
They're different though.
No, it's a dog. Okay,
I mean, yeah,
okay.
in
How about
general.
like it'd be like saying a red healer is different than a blue healer.
Yeah,
I
they're
like that.
different. They're different colors. They're different.
Mm.
That's like saying a poisonous frog and a regular frog are the same. They're not. One can kill you, one can't. But they're both frogs. But they're different.
Yeah, that's why I narrowed it down. I said red and blue healer. Like they're like the exact same thing, just a different color.
Yep, they're different.
Uh-huh.
They're
I mean,
not
there's
the-
a more
they're not
obvious
the same.
reference I would
circles
use,
here.
but I just didn't feel like doing it because I don't want to get canceled. I would say, okay, what's the difference between like black people and white people? Like they're still humans. So like, what's
Well,
the difference?
apparently, there's a big difference.
What's the difference, Steven? Because you're the one making the point.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
said
you tell me,
said
man.
that a panther and a cheetah were the same animal. They're just colored different.
Okay.
You guys are the ones saying that they're different animals, different species. Yeah. Oh, no.
I didn't say different species.
Exactly.
I
I never
said
said
different.
Pretty sure
anything.
the cheetah's a cat and the panther is a chimpanzee of some sort.
I'm not sure.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Chimpanzees are pack animal hunting animal.
I don't like monkeys anymore. Ever since, I mean, monkeys used to seem really fun, and I loved the ones in the Pirates of the Caribbean. I always wanted one of those. And then you start seeing all these articles about monkeys ripping people in, like limb from limb, and I'm like, I don't want a monkey anywhere near me.
Yeah, I don't think you should have a
Gross.
monkey anywhere near you.
It's disappointing because they seem like they'd be really fun to have around. It'd be
Yeah, till
weird.
they're hungry.
No, the problem is they just get these weird little attitudes, and then they'll just rip your face off and eat it.
I mean,
I mean, but who hasn't been there, right? You know, who hasn't had a bad day and be like, he just let the intrusive thoughts win. That's all. And if it's a little monkey, how strong could it be? Like, I'm talking like the little capuchin, not a chimpanzee. Fuck no on a chimpanzee. Never let one of those get near me. But like one of the little spider monkeys, they can't be that strong.
stronger than you think, but not that dangerous.
I mean, if
Yeah, you just gotta be careful they don't like
latch onto
gouge your
face,
fucking eyes out.
Well, yeah, I get that, but like,
if they get a grip, it's gonna hurt getting them off.
yeah, but I don't think it would be like too serious.
Like, I could expect a gorilla to rip my arm clean off. Just
Oh, you're
like,
talking about one
pop.
of those little ones, like little monkeys, right?
Yeah, like
You
the
could just
one in
slam
the
it on
pirate
the
movie.
ground or so, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think-
there's no way that thing can be that strong.
It could be strong, but not strong enough to like kill you. Maybe.
I always saw that like during like dog attacks and stuff. They're like, yeah, the dog like came out and it gets you. Like, yeah, if it latches onto you, but I feel like if a dog, I felt threatened by a dog that was like charging me down, I would just line up to just punt that thing in the head.
Bullshit.
I'm just
You
saying, I don't
run.
know.
I've been there. No, been there, done that. I had 2 dogs fucking run at me, bro.
Well, two's
Went
different.
inside.
Two's different,
Went inside
but-
and closed the fucking door. No, thank you.
Okay.
Bro.
If you
Fuck
got
all of that.
an easy escape route, I'm saying if you're like in the middle of an
Mhm.
open field, single dog running you down,
It's gonna tear you apart.
but you got to try and get in a good hit. You can't just sit there and take it.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
go
fine.
down, dude.
You can
You
hit
just
it.
choke it
and
out,
It's
choke it
gonna be
out.
way better than you.
You just grab it as it's coming on, and you just choke it out. Like
Bro,
all
you're
of
not,
his
like-
actions on the front, he might bite you up, but if you just get underneath his neck, like you got the dog. What is he
Don't
gonna
you
do?
just like shove your hand down its throat so it's like it like chokes on your hand and can't bite you?
Now I've heard that because their jaws can't close once it's past a certain point. Like you can do that to humans too. If you go too far back into their jaw, it can't pivot correctly anymore, and it just stalls out. Like it can't close right if it's too far back.
So I'm
in the
not gonna
thing.
lie. Like Mark probably has a chance. Mark kicks that dog, it's probably gonna freak out and run away because it hurt really fucking bad.
You just get around back and stick your finger up its asshole.
Show it who's boss.
I'm pretty sure that'll take the fight right out of it.
Give it a 2-knuckler.
We know what
This is
you're
why
into.
I'm
now,
top of the
dude.
food chain.
Uh,
Woof, woof.
Then
Don't
it'll
let the
start
wolf-
coming around every day to see you.
Don't let those wolves forget that. They
Yo,
might be
at
able to.
first he didn't like it, but after he thought about it for a little bit,
I scared that wolf pack off, but now they're coming back.
dog's just sitting out front door, just staring at you.
Come on,
Head
big
nod.
boy.
You
Let's
just
go
wink-
play.
You just wink at me?
Did he just lick his lip? Could dogs do that? What the fuck?
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Just sitting there backwards, staring at you, like
All
looking
right, boys.
backwards.
Well, with that,
Yeah, with that, I think that's for winning this week's podcast. This has been your least favorite podcast, and that's the reason why. So we'll see y'all next week.